Right now, an interstellar comet called 3I Atlas is slipping behind the sun. For a few days, Earth's telescopes go quiet. In this film, I'll show why the blackout happens, who can still watch, and 7 simple tests that the first images after perihelion can answer. So you can judge the headlines yourself. Elongation is just the angle between the sun and the comet on our sky. When that angle is tiny, bright scattered light. And instrument safety rules. Force ground telescopes to pause. Angle opens fast after perihelion. Graph expands. Those numbers are why early November becomes realistic again. Blackout doesn't mean blind. Coronagraphs block the sun and can still see the tail and plasma around it. SOHO, LASCO, shows wide-field coronagraph views. Expect streamers, maybe even small kinks. Stereo, SECI, and solar orbiter cameras may catch tail changes as the solar wind shifts. Parker Solar Probe, WHISPER, sometimes supplies dramatic wide shots near the sun's glare. A few planetary probes could contribute, depending on pointing and downlink. These won't show the nucleus sharply, but they can reveal how the tail behaves. Here are 7 tests to watch in the first images after perihelion. For each I'll tell you what confirms the idea and what kills it. Test 1, nickel before iron. Some early observations hinted nickel lines appeared before iron. If iron shows up after perihelion as the comet warms, then nickel first was just a volatility trick, not exotic metal chemistry. What would surprise you more here? No iron or late iron. Test 2, CO2. Heavy ices? If CO and CO2 bands dominate, 3I Atlas may come from a very cold birthplace. If those bands stay weak, we revise our picture. Scientists should say, this may indicate, not this proves it, because the evidence isn't final. Test 3, polarization equals dust story. High polarization means tiny fluffy grains. Post-perihelion, polarimetry can check that. If polarization stays low, dust may be coarser or more compact. Test 4, tail kinks versus thrust. The solar wind can twist or snap a comet's plasma tail. In coronagraph views, a disconnection event looks like a break that drifts away from the comet. That's plasma physics, not propulsion. What do you think? Test 5, brightness curve. A smooth brighten, then fade is normal. A spike could mean fragmentation or geometry. Your opinion. Test 6, size and mass, sanely. Brightness isn't size. Albedo and coma confuse it. What would help later? A stellar occultation or high-phase imagery? Test 7, interstellar simply. 3 receipts prove interstellar. Hyperbolic excess speed, tiny jet pushes on the orbit, and pre-discovery images. That locked the fit. Here's where to try first after perihelion. Look low in the east to southeast before sunrise. Start with binoculars the first week, then eyes if it brightens. From Mars, 3-eye atlas crossed the sky, with a much wider angle from the Sun and a closer range in late September and early October. That's why Mars-based views were useful. Not magic, just geometry. As the blackout ends, I'll pin a live scorecard in the comments. When new images drop, we'll mark each test. Nickel versus iron, CO/CO2, polarization, tail kinks, brightness, size, origin. Tell me which test you want updated first.